everybody, it's Sharikati here. Happy New Year. Okay, that was just nice. Happy New Year. You made it into 2024. That's such a cool thing. I mean, congratulations. For you to be here, it means your story isn't over. And because your story isn't over, there's so much to celebrate. Whoop, 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 whoop. Happy New Year, everybody. Sharikati here, and again, thank you for sticking out with this girl, and thank you again for just loving me up by watching this video. I really especially want to thank you for being with me. And if you're a new subscriber, just welcome to the Love Up family. I mean, like, life is beautiful. Let's make it beautiful for ourselves, y'all. Right? I know you feel me. Okay, everybody. 2023 was quite the eventful year. For me, it was a year of daring stuff. There are things that I never thought in my life I could try or do, and I did those things. And for me, it was a confirmation of so many things like God had told me. Like, I remember one, I'm gonna just share one with you now. So in January 2023, God had told me that I was gonna travel to South Korea, and I was like, right, how's that gonna happen? I had done all the maths with my salary, thought of all the possible means, and trust me, it didn't add up, right? And on top of that, of course, we all know how like things has become like pretty expensive and all of those things. So it really did not make any sense. And then, you know, an opportunity came up. This is an opportunity that I had applied for the year before, 2022, and I didn't get it. And so it came up, and I kept saying it, and I was like, oh, it's not for me, it's not for me, for me. I failed. Why would I try it again? And guess what? So I tried it, and like every time it came up, I kept pushing it aside. And then someone came to me, I was like, oh, you should try this. And I was like, okay, since you're saying I'm just gonna try, I believe like God is speaking to me through this whole thing. And I applied and I got it. And I honestly felt like I couldn't do it. And then, wow, 10 months later, I was in a plane headed to South Korea. Yeah, about 10 months later, I was in a plane headed to South Korea. And it wasn't just a trip, it was a trip that afforded me to think of life in a different perspective, or the trip that made me appreciate what God is doing, and a trip that made me, it broke the ice of doubt in my life. It just made me feel like, man, if God can do this, what can he not do? Like, that was just like the summation of it. So 2024 for me, it's like, from coming from that, to be honest, I feel like I'm already living my 2024. I really didn't think that 2024 is going to be like some special time and stuff like that. To be honest, I've already living in the season. I don't really care about the dates. I'm more particular about like my seasons of life. So it's not the first second that matters to me, it's what season am I in. And so ever since I entered that season, I have just been like living in it, speaking into it, allowing myself to create a reality for myself. Like, I'm not even missing the dreams God is telling me. Anything he says that comes to my heart, I'm just like, Lord, I don't even have to believe myself that I can do it. I just say, I believe you. If you say I can do it, it's fine. If you say I'm your glory, I'm your glory. If you say I'm your beauty, I'm your beauty. If you say I'm head, I'm head. If you say, like, I just go with that thought, honestly, and it's as simple as that. How he's gonna do it is not my problem. Like, I'll be reading scriptures and I'm like, to be honest, he never tells you like the how. He may tell you, okay, you're gonna move, you're gonna do this, but like how the movement's gonna happen, you don't know. So why don't you just trust him and, you know, leave your baby girl for life? I feel like every girl out there should just understand, and every guy, of course, like, but I keep saying girl because I'm a girl, but it's for everybody. You should just live your life, because man, you did not help yourself to come to this world. You just sleep, wake up, you don't know what happened. Somehow air keeps your nostrils know what to do. So if your body systems know how to do what they're supposed to do, how much more it's gonna sort you out. Like, that's the best effortless life you should give yourself. Stay away from worries and anxiety. Be anxious for nothing, and I mean it, for nothing. Sometimes when I'm going to get worried, I just go, nope, Sharon. Be anxious for what? Nothing. Literally. Period. On P. That's it. So I learned a very important lesson last year towards December, and I was in my friend's house and we were talking, and she was like, we're so concerned about purpose being that big thing in the future that we don't realize that the greatest gift God has given us is today. And then you know how like Jesus prayed and said, give us this day our daily bread, right? It's crazy how like we are so, and I think that's coming from the place of worry. Every time I worry about, like, I start thinking about the future, worry just comes into place. So I started consciously being aware of my present time. So when I wake up, I'm like, Lord, thank you for today. I'm like, okay, today you've given me today, so I maximize the today you've given me. 24 hours you've given me, I'm gonna maximize it. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I trust you for the capacity. Like, I've been conscious about it, and I see how it honestly takes off stress off me. Number one. Number two, you just realize how beautiful the day is. Like, you're intentional about it, you're laughing more, you're excited, you're reading a book for the day. It's not like you're trying to, it's just today. And that's not taking off, of course, the plan to have like goals and strategies. No, even those goals you have to like be able to break them for today, to find the chunk you can do today and let tomorrow do like that, like that, like that. And then when you now come to the end of everything, like that, oh, the tiny bits and chunks here and there is what has amalgamated into this big form. It honestly takes the stress off, guys. I am so grateful for that thing she shared, and it may seem just normal, but it's not. It is one great strategy to dealing with anxiety, worry about the future, and this whole thing we call purpose. I will recommend you to watch the Flavored Live. I would add the link in the description box. The Flavored Live honestly is one of those YouTube channels that I love to watch, because you just have a way of breaking down these technicalities of life. You know, this thing called purpose, identity, we all struggle with it, but by the time you begin to see that it's not a humongous thing like that, is, you know, sometimes it just has to do with knowing the next right thing to do, and you're already fulfilling purpose. You know, just right thing to do. Anyway, you can go watch that and find out more for yourself. So 2024, based on the fact that it's a new year, we have to talk about something. I think this month, January, generally, I am so excited about a concept I found out recently, and I'm just like, wow, where have I been all this while? Why haven't I taken this thing seriously? Soul healing, guys, especially, there's just so many things we need to heal from. You realize how like many of us have fragmented souls, and we're not really able to express ourselves. Like, there's a part of you that know that you are good at this, but there's another part of you that is afraid to try it because you're scared of so many things. What if it doesn't work? What if this happens? What if I fail? Like, personally, I'm really good when it comes to talking to camera. Like, I don't follow with it, but every time I need to post the video out, it's like, oh my god, it's a lot for me. I get anxious because I'm like, what if what I say is not right? What if it's this? What if it's that? What if we don't watch it? Like, unnecessary anxiety. So I'm like, why am I getting anxious? And then I realize that, okay, it's actually, this thing is coming from somewhere, right? So I really found out the concept of healing your soul. Now, if you don't heal your soul when it is having so many fragments, you know, you are literally going to be someone who is not really fully living life. I started listening to Apostle Femi Lawrence. Is it Lawrence or Femi Lazarus? One of the two. I'm sorry, sir. Messages on the healing from the dysfunctional background, and I'm like, say what? Like, are you kidding me? Are you telling me that some of the things I think is just me acting? It's not necessarily me acting, but it's probably coming from some dysfunction somewhere, from a dysfunctional background somewhere. I honestly recommend that you watch those, man. I'm gonna also link it in the bio. Please take your time this month and just decide to go on a soul healing, soul searching journey. It is a lifelong process, but it's nice when you start and you begin to see the result and you're like, wow, so this is me. Wow. Oh, it's even easier from there that you are handling things that need to be handled. For example, just because you are healing doesn't mean you will not see things that are wrong with you, like habits you have that are wrong. It's just that now you understand, okay, this is what I do, why do I do it? Like, you can now pinpoint why and then find ways to try to sort it out, try to deal with it. Or it's that thing of you now understand why you act the way you do and why you're addicted to a thing or not addicted to it, and then you're not asking yourself, okay, why am I addicted to it? And then you're now finding ways to adjust those mindset habits. Some habits naturally will fall off by the time you realize, you start going on your soul healing journey. I 100% recommend it. I'm gonna add some materials. I'm going to add some materials in here. I'm going to connect them. I'm going to add the links for you to watch the videos, and then groups, Instagram handles you should perhaps follow and just learn more about soul healing. Another thing I did was actually to read this book. This was my book for, I don't know if you watched my video on my trip to Korea. I was reading this book while I was traveling, and I saw the Lord. This is someone I love and cherish dearly. We call her LadyKemz. She is Pastor Kemi Fred Adetiba. We're so used to calling her LadyKemz that it's not really difficult to remember her other names. I love you, LadyKemz. Okay, so she is Pastor Kemi Fred Adetiba, and she's a life coach, and she's an amazing person. I read her book. It was so random how I just found myself reading this book, and I just knew that it was God having me to read it, because I read it in the time when I needed to read it. It was my battle axe for the season that I was reading it. Does that make sense? It does. She shares her story on how so many activities and issues happened around her, and then she felt like, oh, God doesn't love me and all. And then those things turned out to be what she needed, the opportunity for her to actually heal from so many things, including fear, including the what ifs. And now she's becoming more expressive, she's becoming more enlightened, and people like us are meeting her and they're like, wow, God, if you can do this for this person, how much more? So this book honestly opened my eyes to certain things, especially fear and mindsets. How that the more you keep excavating the mindset, you keep repeating the mindset, a word, it will become a mindset and become a stronghold. That's literally it. And sometimes it's in the simplest things we say, in the things that we think we're sounding humble about. It turns out that you're not really being humble. Actually, you're just you're bringing limitation to yourself. So I recommend you get this book. I'm gonna add as always, I'm gonna put the information on the description box, and then where you can get it. I'm sure you can get it at Roving Height, or you can actually contact the church. Yes, I attend this church as well, and get to buy it. So this I definitely recommend. This is the second one that I'm currently going to go into. Woman, you are fire. Look at me, I am fire. I don't know what this book is gonna do to me, but I know that when I talk about it, you guys are going to be in awe of what is gonna happen to me. That's all I can say to you guys. That's all. So these books, I recommend them 10 over 10. Go into soul searching for healing, not for something else, for healing. Like, take time to selfish for yourself and heal from some certain things that need to be healed from. Blaming doesn't solve anything, honestly, guys. Blaming only prolongs and it brings legitimacy to your pain. And trust me, why do you want to have pain? It's not worth it. Read these books. I strongly recommend that you read this book. Say every and anything you do, make sure that you are healing yourself and you are conscious about it. In that way, it's going to help you to see life from different perspectives. And some of the opportunities we've not been able to get is perhaps because our soul needs a lot of healing to it. I'm honest. So I just pray for anybody right now who is wanting to go on this journey, just as I am going on it, and I'm having so much release, light, burdens are taken off me. I pray you also have the same experience, and that you just find who you are. And it's a lifelong journey, yes, but you find who you are as you proceed in the T's and the dots, in what you really like, that you will no longer be defined based on what people have said you are, which of course is okay to have people help you see other sides of you that you may not be able to see. It's okay, but you'll be really who you are based on who God created you to be. is a fantastic place to be. All of these identity issues we are having in the world today is coming from the fact that foundations are not healed, and so many more. So on, everybody, thank you so much for watching. And if you perhaps are going on this journey as I am, and you have like materials you want to share with the community, please tag post as comment, share your thoughts and everything. It's always fantastic to hear from you guys and to know what's going on in your end. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.